Hello. Everybody could see why this guy actually is making the finals of a PanoGrama.
Hate to say I told you so, but I don't.
We could tell you already 1, 2, 3.
We told you.
So. We told you it was going to be like that.
I accept it.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is in with us, none other than Alex Evans, finalist for PanoGrama. Panis, my God. Buddy, morning and welcome.
Morning.
What's the feeling like, man? Back to back, like the Bulls. so what's going on, man? What's the feeling like? Talk to us.
It hasn't hit me yet.
Really?
Even just the fact that I've made it to finals, because it's just like the last time, you find out that you made it to finals, and then it's like, oh, okay, so now I have to put in that work.
I mean, you had to work it before.
Yeah.
Well,
no?
See, my confidence level that I was going to make semifinals prompted me to start working on my semifinal performance before I found out that I made semifinals.
Yes.
But my lack of confidence in making finals didn't
prompt you to
not prompt me to
want to work
prepare, to prepare similarly for finals.
But you make it.
But I made it.
You did Leela Vernon in your first performance.
Second
performance. And then, that was a tribute to women. I know you said you were going to do something like that. Mm-hmm. What we are play this time?
So for the finals, I wanted to choose a song that speaks a little bit more to my strengths, the strengths of my playing style in particular.
Yeah.
So one of the things that is a strength of mine that was commented on by the judges as well is, in steel pan terms, what we refer to as touch. That I have.
Explain it in regular
Go on.
terms.
What do you mean? What a touch?
Okay, so with the steel pan, it's very easy to just strike a note and get a sound.
Yeah.
You could do that day one. But what kind of gives you a more refined sound is your ability to gauge exactly how much force to use with each note, being able to play evenly with both hands, and kind of being able to get the sweetness out of the instrument.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of started with a slower song to kind of demonstrate that sweetness. So I wanted to choose a song that has like a sweet melody, sweet chords, something soulful maybe. So I spent days listening to like old R&B and souls and stuff from like the 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s.
I think more too,
Well, we heard John's request.
I don't think Ilem Bokotora falling at a...
Yeah, I swear.
But apart from the song and the music style, you also have to demonstrate stage performance and like an entertainment setting, right? Are you going to be changing where you play?
Yes.
Okay.
The setting is going to be the setting, the song, everything. So the song that I landed on is Through the Fire by Shaka Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the Fire, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan have some great songs though. yeah.
And some really, really nice, sweet, flowing melodies and stuff like that. I listened to it and I thought to myself, okay, I could do something with this.
Okay.
It felt right.
Really? And I know some tunes, right? But Shaka Khan, wow.
I guess what John is trying to say is that when we think about pan, right? Well, personally, when I think about pan, I think about soca and live.
Soca,
right? I think about that music when I jump and dance while I'm listening to the beat. But even when you were playing the song just now, John and I were kind of like swaying and moving. So I guess it is your touch.
It give it a dinner vibe, It give it a dinner vibe.
Yes,
and then we noticed, and I'm glad that you said, you mentioned touch, because I saw your, swift movement in terms of trying to get from one beat to the next. I think these are some of the things they commented on for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's the touch, but it's also the fact that when you come right down to it, the steel pan is a percussion instrument.
Yeah.
And percussion instruments, because you strike them, they tend to be rhythmic no matter what style of music you play.
Right.
So I think that's why you could kind of get the least sway from it, regardless what genre is being played.
Who is your biggest competition? You've seen the performances, right?
Yeah. certainly the top three contenders going into the finals. The three to watch are Shaquille Forbes from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
David Yonde from the USA and Matthew Bourne from France.
Okay. So
Oh,
these
wow.
guys, these guys, and they're probably
In
watching
my
you
opinion,
too.
in my opinion,
in your opinion.
Yeah.
What are you
and
listening?
the judges' opinion as well, because they finished top three for semis.
What are you listening to in terms of how they're competitors? What do they have that
you feel?
Yeah, you think you need to match or outmatch, I should say.
The biggest thing that these guys have going for them is their speed and accuracy when it comes to the notes that they're playing. Speed is actually one of my challenges, one of the difficulties, which is why I kind of choose a slower song.
Yeah.
So that I could, because you could play faster comparatively to a slower song than to a faster song.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Without getting too much into the math of it.
Thank you,
No, because
Alex.
the song that you, the piece that you did a while ago, that's a slower song, but you actually were playing fast to it. So it's all about matching the beat
so if
to
you
that.
had something quicker, you feel like you might not be able to catch the note on time?
Not as accurately, not with the kind of smoothness, musicality, flow, and dexterity that that these guys have, and other panelists in the competition as well.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing with those top three that I mentioned, they also have that creativity in putting together the ideas.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just the ability to execute them, it's the ability to create them and everything. Whereas my challenge has been the opposite, where I could come up with the ideas, but it has been a royal challenge to execute them.
You know, one of them might be in a podcast, and you might be one of the guys they're watching. So what do you think you've got over them?
My ability to think outside the box musically. I tend to take some risks musically. The Lila Vernon arrangement that I did, I did some crazy things like that they refer to as like metric modulation and all of these things where like you change the rhythm without changing the tempo.
Yeah.
I think that's the most basic way I could explain it.
I love it.
But I do that several times, probably close to a dozen times in this finals performance.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever sit down with Alex, right? But like you sit down with Alex and you listen to music, and you think that everybody just listen to music. He did do math counts while he listen to music, and then he has said something like, "Oh, that one was off by so and so and so."
Yeah.
Like, are you enjoying yourself?
You know, I always say when people ask me, because when the more musical training you get, the more you're taught to listen critically.
Yes.
You know, the same way how we might just look at a painting and just see the painting for what it is, but whereas like an artist or like a visual artist, they would be able to describe the techniques and
Each
stuff
piece
used.
means something that brings out this
So it's the same thing with music. And you know, people always ask me similar to that, if my heightened ability to listen critically, if it adds to or detracts from my listening experience. And the honest answer to that is yes.
Wow. Alex, so we know that it's going to be this weekend that you'll be, it's this weekend, right?
Yes.
Is it a recorded piece? Do you have to record it, or it's going to be live? It's the finals.
So that is a question I am not at liberty to answer.
Well, look at him.
On the record.
So it's a surprise for the viewers.
Okay. So tell us, it's going to be what? This Saturday? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's Sunday.
Sunday at what
Sunday,
time?
June 12th at 6 p.m. Belize time. That's 8 p.m. AST, Trinidad time, New York time.
Okay.
All right.
And do you go first? Because we want to make sure that we catch you, man. We
I
want to catch you.
Yeah.
Wow, I am seventh in the lineup. And just to respond to that, I honestly, at competition aside, I'm really excited for the show because the level of musicality, the level of virtuosity that is going to be on display, especially for someone like myself who just loves the steel pan.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about that, honestly, than I am about, you know, my actual performance.
Yeah.
So this is not for Belizeans, I would imagine this is not a famous competition per se. We're just learning about it with you here on the show. How have you seen the level of support from the Belizean community, and what would you say to gain more support?
Well, first of all, it's a very young competition. You know, this is just the third year that it's been, you know, in existence, the third iteration of it. In terms of the support from Belizeans, I'm really grateful. Like, there's been so much support from friends, from family, from complete strangers, from colleagues, people randomly seeing me in the streets and saying, "Hey, we are winning the finals, right?"
Yeah.
That's true though. We are winning the finals.
So I really love it. I really appreciate it. And the thing that it really shows me is that we as Belizeans, we genuinely want something to feel good about. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want something to cheer for. We want something to root for. And you see it whenever we have these other outstanding Belizeans out there representing us positively. You know, when, as far back, I remember when our football team was in the Gold Cup. More recently, when Destiny Wagner won, you know, Miss Earth. The level of support that Belizeans, we show up for our people. You know, and I could speak from my personal experience that it really means a lot. So I would ask for just one more push of support. I would ask that you tune in this Sunday at 6 p.m. on the PanoGrama YouTube channel, and, you know, show some support and enjoy what promises to be an amazing show.
All right.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
there
it.
we go. There we go. We got to understand you got one more piece for us before you leave.
One more performance.
So yeah, you want to go by that steel pan car? We're ready. We're ready for this one.
This is just a taste of what he's going to bring.
And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Alex have gone this far in the competition. Like we told him, we told you so.
Yes.
And so therefore, you go to the PanoGrama YouTube page this Sunday at 6 p.m. and you're going to see what he has to offer.
Put your leaf flag emojis to represent Belize.
Yeah.
You have to follow the YouTube channel in order to comment on the video.
Ah, there you go.
So follow.
All right.
Yeah, they know how to get follows.
Alex, we wish you all the very best, my brother. You're closing out with what song this one?
Despacito.
Well, let's do it.